Peace, what's up, my brother?
Peace.
First, big shout out to Noel celebrating 50 years on this earth. That's a privilege for anyone to make it that far. First time here down in the park. So, I'll do this. Hold to the road. Freedom of expression. It's the peace I hold dear like my heart in my hand, making me feel alive. And my words are my babies that have not been artificially inseminated, so I naturally birth faith to the lives through this voice I call lips. Continue to speak to the commonwealth of men's and women's souls with my conscious poetic symphonies of true tales, because the truth never fails when it brings prolific change, as these words escape my chamber of change and tool of thought. The restlessness of fighting on a daily basis, faces of common man live by death in their pride, as young tongues of hope sing comic redemption to the masses. Now, seeing so much crime and heartache that my eyes have blisters. Speak the truth and Jeremy shock me back to reality to keep them from being free and dumb. So spit through it. Spit to your words, become ancient seas, or make Moses come back from the dead and use the bucket of minds to stereotype curses. Can I spit so that the chains of pain of ancestors past and shackles of failure no longer hold down my youth? And spit with my head held high till nightmares die, my mouth gets dry, and God no longer has to cry over his children with rainstorms of sorrow. So I ask you, will you spit or swallow? To me, swallowing be killing my lyrical liberation, silencing the social litigation that would uncrucify my birth Babylon I call Brooklyn. The measure of my Atlantic will is long and hard, it goes for yards, and I'll spit to the walls of my mouth and tongue are dried in the sands of time's last grave. The corridors of my soul reach kingdom come. See, now is a time when reason and rhyme, you won't let your soul become another chalk outline at Lucifer's feet. Use the mystical powers of this blessed tool to unlock the treasure chest with our hearts. Launch lethal loogies to fill these empty buckets of character coming man has lost. At times I've hit roadblocks more colder than words from Robert Frost on this journey. I turn to the revolutionary poet inside me, beside me to save the suicide landmines of your dying breed. Using these words that may become royalty to crown the heights of mine and your bills of future season changes. Ratifying life's legislation to create a nationwide or declaration of independence my brothers and sisters can live by. So I ask you again, do you spit or swallow? If you swallow, that means you'd rather choke on the meat of old slave masters, welcome social disasters, encourage more bloody Sundays a month in the menstrual cycle. I do this for the fact that a young sister on the Brooklyn Franklin Avenue station bench with her face and hands is going through it right now. And the corridors of her soul to be moved forever. Try something new. Called How I Made Myself. If we were made in God's image, why can't this procreate itself now? Discover the recovery of lost lifetimes. I am my ancestors' last lifeline to kingdom come. A Rolls Royce to Pimp Daddy America, which he will need from Rothschild's pawn shop that gained value. The Great Depression emotions inside almost cost me my soul in a lockbox chakra. For years I had dreams that felt like deja vu. Others death-laced premonitions penetrating pineal glands. The goals to be great relapse due to post-Reaganomics cocaine them into temporary coma. This persona propagandized force-fed ignorance, needed to witness pain and suffering, to improve my emotional intelligence, to save my existence. Resistance isn't futile when it comes to my rebirth. I fought for years daily to be the true me. Not just who they wanted to see through snake eyes. Now there's no doubt to notice what's unearthed here. These speakers are unplugged from your stereotypes, can't siphon my character into underdeveloped ciphers. With a perseverance no other can dilute its hype, snipered critics with their insecurity ammunition. Intuition to fruition, this plan I stand on. So accept better things are ahead on this road. A testimony to face the part and take the remaking of a man whose light will never dim. They merely make too many spoken soldiers like me that spit Niagara pools live from minds from God's knowledge anymore. And you think that a brother like me with so-called prophetic thoughts possessed be able to foresee peace of mind ahead, but black nights don't walks and black night falls, I wonder. How can I speak pieces that crowds don't mind when I lack enough to keep mine together? I mean, y'all don't know what I'm thinking half the time with every word that leaves my soul machine lips. I'm stitching my mind back together, not just yours. I'm sealing and soothing my heart together again, not just yours. I'm building my soul back up with needles for teeth. This tongue is just a thread used to proceed. What you see is a jarhead, born in a never-ending war called life. Came out the moon with battle scars and cursed blessings on my soul God couldn't see. While whispers said they won't show until your last breath. Like that in spouse news reports on Fox when it's too late. But spoken word audiences don't know this. Don't fall from ignorance. Y'all feel the problems there who here right now doesn't have ones of their own. So maybe it was a sign when I got 90s, hundreds, A's and B's in the 5th grade for articulating, stimulating vocab and weapon of choice was determined. Maybe when Daddy got hit by a baseball bat car accidentally, RP eyeing him was a sign I had to write about. Maybe falling on the sanitation bin at 10 years old, trail of dirty 2x4s and dusty nails of reality and survival was enough for me to get the point. See, this vessel speaking may not be internationally known on the microphone, but its mission to make minds here today, these words hold. See, I got Brooklyn in my blood, but only stages of my residence. I turn venues into living rooms, because right now, Domino is the place for the best brown stew. Healing food for thought, literary artillery. We all need to realize self-worth as a priceless currency. See, my epiphany has come to me. I was never actually shy when growing up. A higher power just decided to overload my mental ammunition, left the safety on because I wasn't ready to pull the trigger and shoot hollow tips, pennies for thoughts, paying hungry homeless dollar bills, to build blocks, to bring back our broken bred dreams of salvation, self-esteem to believe. So when the mic is before me, poems are remedy shots. Move mine and all your scars, one at a time.